Hey guys, Troy Casey, Certified Health Nut, here in Sedona, Arizona, with my friend Robert North from North County, San Diego. He's a neuromuscular therapist. We're talking about neck pain and back pain, but guess what subject came up? Nutrition, mineral balance, because we are electromagnetic beings. So Robert, tell everybody where you're from, how many years you've been in this, what kind of neck pain, back pain are you seeing, and how is it related to the nutrition, the intercellular mineral balance magic that Robert has. Take it away.
So I am in San Diego and I do neuromuscular therapy, and I've been working with clients for about 20 years. And what makes my work a little bit different than the average neuromuscular therapist or health coach is I get into the cellular nutrition a little bit more. I noticed many years ago that I was getting really difficult clients where I would get the hard cases. People would come in with problems that they couldn't get fixed anywhere else. And I started noticing that people on the table, sometimes their tissue didn't change within 5 or 10 minutes of work, which it should. And this challenges a lot of practitioners that I teach because so many people get wrapped up in the whole idea that they're doing something, they're healing the person on the table, but we're really just facilitators. We're there to help guide people back to full health and educate. And so I started noticing people were not, the tissue wasn't releasing. And I started digging into the microbiology of that and noticed that a lot of times these people were potassium deficient or they were magnesium deficient. The difference is you hear a lot about magnesium now, and it's absolutely critical for normal cellular function, but we don't hear enough about potassium, and it's the highest nutrient need that you have, 4,700 milligrams a day. Most people get about 2,000 milligrams, and the difference between these two is that when you don't get enough potassium, the muscle tissue is hard as a rock. So their whole body will be tight in such a way that it's like anywhere that you work on that person's body, it will be difficult to do anything with. Usually that person, when they're really bad on the table, they'll say that's the spot, and yeah, that feels good. But when they get off the table, they're virtually the same. They usually get off the table and go, yeah, I feel a little bit better, which is not what I'm looking for. I want that person to get off the table and say, I feel better. I feel amazing. I haven't felt this good in a long time. And a lot of times that requires me to coach them on this cellular nutrition. So when I get potassium back into the person's body, usually I'll cut the session off if I have to within 15 minutes or so. If I feel that this is an issue, and I'll send them home and I'll give them homework. And if they do their homework and they come back, before they even get on the table, they'll usually say, I feel so much better already. And yes, when they get on the table, it's like working on a completely different body. The cellular nutrition is too critical to the function of the muscle tissue. When a person is lacking potassium relative to sodium, or that we're not getting the 4,700 milligrams a day that we need, you'll shift into a chronic fight or flight state, whether you want to be or not. This is stress going through the roof. Digestion stops. That's a kind of constipation that can't be fixed with fiber. You need to get the potassium back into the system. So these are some of the things that I started looking at, and it goes deeper than that. There are relationships with copper and iron that are critical.
Yes.
This just goes on and on and on. I know Troy talks a lot about glyphosate and pesticides and the damage it's done. A lot of people don't know that a lot of these pesticides strip out good cupro proteins, copper-dependent proteins out of your system. And when that happens, it wreaks havoc on the digestive system as well as our ability to manage iron in the body. So chemical, structural, emotional, the triad of health, it's been around for about 100 years. I look at all three because we can't always fix everything from just a structural perspective. We have to look at those other two elements to determine which one, where everything is starting from first.
Can you say those three again?
Chemical, structural, emotional.
How many of us are going to our psychiatrists and psychologists and getting medical drugs to fix our emotions when in actuality it probably comes down to some form of mineral balance?
Absolutely.
And I say that because we've destroyed our soil. I think the experts say we have about 60 years of topsoil left. The organic food that you're getting at Whole Foods or the health food store, or even Safeway organic labels, 7 to 14 days old, the electricity in it is lowered, and then the minerals is you're dealing with about 30% of the minerals. So what's a great way to up the mineral balance? I know you were talking about juicing and root vegetables.
Yeah.
And explain Gerson therapy, what he was a little bit about.
So Max Gerson, which is considered an alternative medicine cancer treatment that's been around since the 50s. A lot of people associate it with just doing coffee enemas or juicing, but Max's whole goal or objective was to restore the sodium-potassium balance at the cell, because he knew that when this was off, that it increased stress levels to a degree that it set up cancer. And so this is what he was after, is restoring that sodium-potassium balance.
And we are electromagnetic beings, right? Tesla talked about this as well. And you need those minerals in the body for conductivity and functionality at the cellular level. And so boost your nutrition. And if you want to come in to see Robert for some pain, you're in Southern California, where can people find out more information about you?
upwardspiraltraining.com.
Awesome. And if you guys need mineral support and you want to take your nutrition to the next level, click the link in my bio or in the description box below and get on my 30-day nutrition program. God bless everyone out there.